Naisellista Podcast ei ole pelkkä ääniraita. Se on turvasatama kaikille, jotka etsivät yhteenkuuluvuutta ja elävät inspiroivista tarinoista. Podcastin missio on korostaa ja parantaa kohtaamisen kulttuuria erilaisten yhteisöjen välillä. Joten tune in and stay tuned. Welcome back to a Naisellista Podcast, and today we're gonna have our first episode in English, so bear with me. And I haven't spoken in English ever, like in a while, in an interview. But today we have a really special person here and a very special guest. She's already dramatic. Please welcome Sashafuckingrockstar.
Yay!
Yay! And cue the dramatics. The hair, yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Let me put my glasses down. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. A little nervous.
Very nervous, actually.
But I feel like it's going to go well.
It's going to go well.
It's been a while brewing for me. A couple seasons I've been like, you know what? I want someone of your demeanor. I want someone of your energy here to sit with me and discuss. And I feel like your story and what you do is something that needs to be like put up in a pedestal, honestly. And it needs to be heard. But before we do that, let me do a little introduction. If y'all don't know who she is, come on now. We gotta give her roses. Finland's top #1 song right now.
You're gassing me up now.
Okay,
oh my God, girl.
No, but she styled the music video for Joren Poppa Heikkouteni. Come on, we're #1. Not we. I said we like I had anything to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. But they're #1. And then if you guys remember the very gorgeous pink, was it satin or silk dress?
Silk, baby.
Silk, baby.
Pure silk.
Silk dress.
Italian silk.
From Emma Joalin.
Joalin.
Right here, we got the designer right here. And I've been telling you, okay, the day I'm going to go collect my award is the day.
Hit my DM.
I'm
We
going
can do a little...
What day? I'm going to come to your door.
Oh, she will be
like,
knocking the door.
Hello. But anyway, before we got a little too excited, I feel like I want to know more. I want to know about your background. So let's go all the way to the beginning, right? How, before Sasha was Sashafuckingrockstar, who was she?
She was a cute little girl from Thailand.
Yes.
I grew up in Thailand. I was born there. I grew up there. My childhood was there. And I moved to Finland when I was 10. We moved to Leppävaara.
Oh.
Nolokak school is the place to be.
I was about to say something so controversial.
It put me through it. Nolokak schools put me through a lot of things. I got bullied. I got beef with teachers. These mamu kids. It's just a place that grow you into a person that you have to be. Basically, it's a tough place to be. Because I was girly since then. Yeah. I never had a coming out story. Yeah. I was girly when I was bald-headed. Basically, I got bullied in school. And it just, it put me into places where I have to survive. And it's cute.
You said that you didn't have like a coming out story. When and how old were you when you were like, okay, not fully transitioned, because I feel like isn't it always like a process? Or when was like the time you're like, okay, I'm gonna live my true self right now?
I asked my grandpa and grandma, and also asked my mom. They always said to me when there was like situation or things that have to do with girly stuff, I've always been there. Asking like, they're getting ready to go to the temple because we're Buddhist, right? Yeah. Every Saturday, Sunday, if you go to the temple, I would be sitting next to my grandma and watch her get ready, put her makeup done. And I would just sit there next to her, being so excited and so happy to be there. So I also remembered when I was in middle school when we had to go to swim. Yeah. Yeah, it started to get real, where I was put into the boys' bathroom to change clothes and everything. I started to get like, I don't want to be here, like I don't belong here. And it's just a traumatic experience at some point.
Did it bring you like was it that final like anxiety, or did you have like a final straw that was like, okay, listen, I'm never going to the boys' locker room ever again?
I think it was that one time when I was in 7th or 8th grade where everybody was yelling at me, oh, you're fucking gay, fucking any fucking faggot, shit, bullshit. And it escalated where a teacher had to come to the changing room and wrap the whole thing up. I remember that day was really dramatic. And also when I started to go to women's bathroom and toilet in school, the teacher was like, oh, this is not cool. The teacher came personally to me to say, oh, this is not okay. You make other people feel uncomfortable.
I am so sorry. Was that something then that was like when you heard that and when she said that to your face?
Oh, baby, I cried. I cried, I crewed, I screwed. While I was walking home, that I was so dramatic too.
Yeah.
You know, one thing.
No, but it's understandable because it is something
so
traumatic.
If you know Sasha's so dramatic.
So
I would put that. I remember that day I put like music into my ears with headphones.
Yeah.
I was crying. I was walking. I was feeling like this music. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I did that, but it made me feel some type of way. So it's a coping way that I had to deal with. It's like I had to cope with it somehow, so I just
a coping mechanism.
Yeah, I had to make it dramatic.
As you are known for styling and you had your own brand or brands, now I don't remember how many you had, but you had your own, because there has been many, but you had your own brand / brands and you're a stylist and people know you as this persona. Now, let's say that before, when it was just Sasha and you had this traumatic experience and it's obviously a journey, and when you said like you had this survival mode, was that survival mode that pushed you into this, I wouldn't say alter ego, but to this like persona now, Sashafuckingrockstar, as in nobody can really F with me ever again?
That is a very, very hard question.
Yeah.
But actually, what the name Sashafuckingrockstar came from when I got a notification that somebody was trying to sign in my Instagram account.
Yeah.
And I had to change the password. I was like, okay, might as well just change the username. So I remember at that time, I was feeling this emo. I was being this emo girl, whatever I am, because I always dress in black.
Yeah.
And I was a Tumblr girl. We hearted girl, Tumblr. I was an internet kid because I didn't have much friends. So I turned myself to the internet. Internet is my safe space.
Yeah, because that's like where community lies. If you can't find it from L City, you're gonna find it from the internet.
Yeah, but like Sashafuckingrockstar came from that. It's like rockstar. I'm a fucking rockstar, like rockstar. But it came later on. But it came from. It was the inspiration of that era where I was kind of not feeling well.
Not feeling myself? Do you feel like you channel that name whenever you feel down and whenever you doubt yourself?
No, I channel that name when I feel like I'm that fucking bitch.
Okay. And I love that because I feel like you turned a negative into a positive.
Very much that.
Yeah.
I was actually going to get a tattoo where it was like, but let's not go there.
No, but I'm with you. Let's all the way.
Becoming such a fucking rock star. What was the question again?
Don't worry, babe. It was more of like, how did the journey from being just Sasha to Sashafuckingrockstar go? But you just said that like you channeled the internet and then you took the name and you channeled that name when you are feeling yourself. Now, obviously, growing up like that and in the circumstances that where you were, and bullying was such a big factor, and the hate around you in the community, how did you build the confidence that you have now? And do you feel like you are at your full potential of confidence at the moment?
No, I don't feel like I am at my fullest, but I tend to show up to be
confident
because fake it until you make it.
I stand by that. I really do.
Fake it until you make it.
Until you feel it. I'm more
Very
like
much that.
you fake it until you
But
actually feel confident.
I think my changing point, like the changing point of my life,
yeah,
where I am who I am now is when I got kicked out when I was 16. I had a beef with my mom, and she was like, if you think you're all that, then get the fuck out of my house. I'm like,
Okay.
let's fucking go. I wrapped my shit up. I called my friend. She came to pick me up. I called another friend. It's actually in Hakon. I called another friend. I was like, yeah, it's a situation. She was like, okay, just come to stay at my place. I'm like, okay, cute. Let's go. Let's do this. I was 16. 16, mind you.
So it forced you to grow up really fast.
If you look at these kids who's 16 now, they're out there just living life and just having fun and doing all. But I was putting into where I need to survive.
Really early.
I had like 300 euros in my account, and I don't know where I was going to go, where I was going to be. So at that point, I already started. Before I got kicked out, I already had this. I was doing these jeans, ripped jeans, and if you remember those, you the OG. Yeah. Because that's how That's how I got to here. Because I started making jeans, ripped jeans. I did custom for people, and then people saw it. Oh, I want this. I want that.
Was this at 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is when I was 16. So to get where I am now, it's not easy. It's not like an overnight success.
Yeah.
Like I've been through
hell and back.
Yeah. Like when I was 16, so when I got kicked out, at that point I had already had the jeans that I was doing, making customs for people, and people were loving it. And at some point I just stopped doing it, and I did, because then I started to study at fashion school.
Yeah.
Actually next to this building.
Oh my God, I love the fact that we're sitting at the pivotal place of where everything happened. This is actually
a full circle moment.
To go a little quickly back to when you said that you got kicked out of your house, as also a child of an immigrant, I understand the pressure. And having a home where you're not accepted as who you are must be like a different type of pain. And I talk about this all the time with my friends. Growing up so young and being forced to fend for yourself so young, and then looking at people around you that are 16 and you're like, they don't even know what they're doing. Did that ever make you feel some type of way?
Yes, it did. I felt like my childhood was taken away from me. As in, like, I didn't have choice.
Yeah.
I actually didn't have, no, but it's like, why I also got kicked out, it was not because I was transgender or this or that. Me and my mom just couldn't stand each other. Yeah. A little things, we would just beef. Like, we would just, little thing, we would just beef and make it a big beef. And it's just a problem for everybody. Literally, my sister was like, just shut the fuck up. My sister was just shut the fuck up. And I'm like, no. Like, you're not telling me, like, a little dishes I can do, a little cleaning I can do, but you're not going to tell me what I can do in my life. That's not, you don't control that. So immigrant parents tend to do that. If you don't listen to me, then...
Yeah, it's their own way of like guiding us, I think, of like, I think because they had so much control in their childhood as well, then they're going to try and do it for us as well. For me, some people will just fend for it and just push until you get to the breaking point, and some don't. But for you, you fended through that, and now you're here. Yeah. So let's go back to when you went to fashion school. You had the ripped jeans. You got the 300 euros in your account. So, which was, by the way, which is more than what I ever had. When I was 16, girl, I got like 150. No, but I got
my summer job. But I just got the check, girl.
Okay, it was
they
fresh.
Ran me.
It was
they
fresh.
ran Sasha her money. So Sasha got her money at that point. So she was living in this mini Hakonyami apartment with her little friend. Love her, by the way. And I was studying fashion school. But one thing about me, though, even though I was young, I was a wild kid, but I never gave up on studying. I would go out 4 a.m. in the morning, come home, and go to school. I never gave up on school. And you don't ever give up on school.
When if you're there, I feel like you should see it through. And just in general, just don't give up.
No,
it doesn't. If it's not school, if it's not work, it's whatever. Just push.
And then in my school project, I took this one special course. It was like your own collection or whatever, and we can be really creative with it. So I made the collection. I designed the collection. I made the print. It was a beautiful print. Thank you, Sarah Tausi. I love you. And it was a creative project that kind of took off my career.
Because this is how I remember you.
Right.
So this was my introduction to you.
It was one of the first person I worked with, like as an artist, was Yeboya. Love them. It was the Pride. So it was the Pride, Yle Pride TV show.
Yeah.
It was 2 dancers and Yeboya, and I started the whole thing. I had the whole set. I did the whole set in like 3 days.
Was it the white set?
It was the goddess set.
Oh no, yeah. I remember this one.
Set.
Yes.
It was the goddess set with this beautiful print. Sarah Tausi was the one who edited
the print for you.
Yeah, the print. And I made to the dancer. I made to whatever. And then we posted on Instagram, and people saw it, and people liked it, and people wanted it. So I did couple, and I sold couple.
Yeah.
But it was like really like special piece. But I kind of like, it was a school project, so it was not like a big thing.
I don't think you thought that it was gonna go off the way it did. Yeah.
So I kind of like wrapped it up and move on, and then I did internship. So this is when I was still in school. I did my internship in Jimmy Wine official store. I was a part of the team. It was this was also in Jimmy Wine, like beginning of rebranding. So it was the first collection that we did together. Yeah. I was one of the first internships that did there. And also I was interning for Mert Otsamo. And that taught me a lot. Like, taught me a lot.
Ooh.
Like, taught me a lot. As in, like, gowns.
About the industry?
Yeah, industry. Like, gowns, garments, corsets, silk. I was touching 3K worth of fabrics. And I was just being a little kid, being passionate about what I do. So I was open to learn, and I learned so much from these people. Because people ask me, like, how are you so young and how you got into this point? But I'm like, I just been doing it.
Did you always know that this is your calling? Did you always know that this is where you would end up? I don't want to say this, because this is not the end. Like, this is obviously the beginning, because you're so young. But did you always know the minute when the door closed? Obviously, when you get kicked out, there's the panic mode that hits first.
No, yeah. Because I was scared for my life.
You're like, okay, let me fight or flight.
I was scared for my life.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck I'm going to do?
That I'm in these cold streets alone at 16. But did you always have that, okay, I know I'm going to succeed, and I'm going to...
Oh, baby. Since day one, no doubts. Babe,
out the womb.
I knew. I was like, I'm going to make it one day. I was like, I have to be somebody. I was born to be somebody.
Yeah.
I have to make it one day.
Going back to the industry really quickly. Now, obviously, I'm going to bring up something that's like out there. It's not a secret. We live in Finland. We got homophobia. We got racism. We got... Girl, I don't even know what the list is. We got everything. We got a lot of hate going on. Okay? And it's not necessarily the industry, but it's also the people around that might want to tear you down. Now, how do you feel that your transitioning and you being trans, did it affect your work in any way? And if so, how do you feel like it affected it? And do you feel like people might misjudge you based on that and like give you a misjudgment before you even show them your talents because of that?
Yes, absolutely. I think we live in this time where people are more aware and more educated about stuff.
A little bit more now,
a little bit more, but still lack of knowledge and
understanding
and being an ally and understanding. And they know about it, but I feel like people just don't want to do research about it. But it's like their own thing. It's not my thing to do.
There's a lot of like not wanting to understand and not maybe wanting to even interact with it. Yeah. Which then will spiral like a snowball effect.
But coming back to how does it affect my work? Yes, it does. absolutely.
How do you feel like you push through that?
Because I work with artists. I work with rappers, black rappers. Mm-hmm. It's very masculine, toxic masculine, very it's giving all that you have. Like,
it's heavy energy.
It's very intense.
Yeah.
So as a transgender woman, being a stylist, it is really hard because I got people doubting me into my face, saying to my face, "Oh, I didn't believe in you first, but you did that." I'm like, "Yeah, I did that."
So you have to basically already push past the like misjudgment.
Yeah.
And
I just have to show them.
What you can. And I feel like if you are a part of any minority, that is something that we're always going to have to deal with. Being black, transgender, whatever it is, they're always going to look at you first, judge first.
Yeah.
You're going to do your job, and then they're going to thank you.
They're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to thank you.
Yeah, it's
and
always
especially
like
when you work with people, when we work with people from the industry, everybody has a different background. And you're going to have, in that first 5 minutes of meeting them, you're going to have to be like, ooh, what type of person are you? And you're going to have to keep it professional.
Absolutely.
But have you ever had a point of like where it's like, okay, this is my boiling point. Like I can't do it anymore. Or are you always going to be like work first no matter what?
No, I think it's just my own thoughts. If anything, it's just like if I feel like I'm being judged or if I feel like this make me uncomfortable or this space or this people or the backstage make me uncomfortable. It's just my own thoughts. I feel like, because in the end of the day, it's just me and my thoughts.
Take me into your thoughts. So what's going through? Let's say like you're having a day where you're just like filled with doubt and thoughts. Take me into your thoughts. What's going on in that little pretty head of yours?
I'm just like, bitch, I came way too far from being to give up. No, literally. Because I got so much people. No, being young, talented, and also working in this industry.
Yeah.
On top of that, being transgender and Asian. Babe, that is minority. Like, that is
that's
deep.
my...
It's
like, that's it.
deep in it. It's not for the weak. I make it look so easy. Oh, Sasha got another red carpet. Another music video. Another photo shoot. But bitch, were you there with me when I was crying at 3 a.m., midnight, sewing gowns? No. But I make it look fab. I make it like, yes, another carpet.
I want to take it because when you say that you like suffered and are in a way probably still suffering through those nights and having to do that stuff, I just want to bring up, I was going to save this for the end, but I want to bring up your milestone moment just for you because I want you to always know of like, I'm going to be here. Your community's going to be here to remind you Paris Fashion Week. That is like when you got the call, you did the hustle. Were you like, God damn, this is what I worked for right here? Because I remember when you posted it, right? And I just remember like audibly gasping. And when you do your things and when you style music videos that are like top 1 on YouTube and Spotify and stuff like this, I don't get shocked. I'm just like, yeah, she did it again, period. So take me to that pivotal moment of your career, Paris Fashion Week.
It was fab. It was fab. Girl, Paris was fab. I love fashion weeks.
I cannot with the dramatic
It was fab,
I'm like, it was fabulous.
It was fab.
Thank you for asking.
No. So first, I wasn't even going to get booked for that. Because it was the first fashion week. It's haute couture fashion week. Baby, haute couture is not ready to wear. It's haute couture. So my friend, a good friend of mine, Melissia, makeup artist, she got an email. She was in this group where it was a lot of creative people. And somebody said, oh, this show need like a dresser and assistant. Like, is there anybody that want this position? And Melissia was like, Sasha, are you available? Like, are you going? I'm like, okay, let me email them. So I collect the portfolio, collect the fashion CV, because it's not done. Like, I had to collect it. So I collect it, send it. They got back to me. We had a FaceTime call. And she was like, okay, see you. And after I pressed that red button, bitch, I was gagging. I was like, it's happening. But then I was like, am I going to book this trip only for this one show? I was like, I need to get more shows, babe. So I got my fashion friends also in Paris, and I was like, okay, is there any show or there shows? And then I got some emails. And then I sent some emails, and then as I was landing, I got another 2 shows. The day I was landing in Paris, because I was supposed to do that 1 show. So the day I was landing, I got booked to another 2 shows. So I did 3 shows in haute couture.
Ooh.
So
wait, is it an
like,
NDA, or can we know what they were?
The shows.
The shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, girl.
I did George Baker. I did Tony Ward. And I did Robert Swoon.
Boom.
It was, there are like, these are big brands and
names.
big people.
Yeah, big names.
Yeah, it was really fab. But but like, before I went there, though, I was supposed to stay with my friend. But then my friend called me like, yeah, I'm sorry, baby, but this is not happening. I'm like, shit. I had to book an Airbnb. So I booked the Airbnb, booked the flight literally 2 days before. My friend called me and I got canceled on my stay. And I was like, okay, let me book an Airbnb, let me book the flight. I booked the flight 2 days before I had to go. And I got 2 bookings on the day I was landing. So it was really like, it's either or. I was like, either I'm just gonna go do this, because in my mind I was doing only 1 show. I was like, let me just go do this. But I got booked to another. I was like, you know what? But I had a time in Paris. The energy was different. The people was different. And I feel like people are more open. People are more lively.
Yeah, I was just gonna...
How do I say it? It's
they're
like
they're lively, and I feel like more accepting.
To live, and it's full of vibes.
And I feel like anywhere, well, not anywhere but here, because we gotta choose the place carefully. But I think when you think of like Paris, and it's called the fashion capital of the world and all that stuff, people are more lively, they're more open-minded, and they're more accepting.
Yeah.
And it's more of like, you have a community there. And that was gonna be my next question, as in like, do you feel like you have a community here for you whenever you might have a moment of like, okay, I need someone to reassure me that what I'm doing is great? And if you do have a community, what is that community?
Absolutely. I have my close friends. I also have ballroom. I have my house, my sisters and brothers and mother in the house. And I feel like it's really important to surround yourself with people who wants good for you and also look out for you, like,
and
Sasha,
people that see you.
Like, Sasha, what you're doing is not right, or Sasha, what you're doing is maybe not a good idea, or they check up on you, like, is everything okay? And to see and understand, and also to stand up for you. Because are my girlfriends gonna fight for me if I get treated like shit when I go out with them? What if I go out with them to this party and there's transport with people? Are my friends gonna be behind me and fight with me? Because one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whoop that bitch for my friend. Because if you're gonna come to my home, girl, and I will stand up for my friends always. So it's also that, is there people that gonna stand up for you?
Yeah.
Because I never had that in my childhood. Because I never had friends either in my childhood. And also nowadays when I have male figure friends, and people are like, oh, are you dating? Oh, this or that. But no.
Like, that's my family.
Like, I can have male figure friends and just be bros.
Exactly. And I feel like a part of any minority, it is important. And that is exactly the pivotal thing that you said, that it's really important to have people that stand up for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in the world that we live in, there is going to be someone that is not going to accept you when you go outside. And you're going to need those people that are going to, if not whoop them, because I'm not a whooper, but I've been told, and I've been warned that there might be a day that I'm going to need to, you know, we don't condone violence here, but you know.
When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, okay? I'm just saying.
But as in just like the vocal part of it, to like stand up for you, to say no, because in those moments, even you yourself might get shocked, and you might have like that shell shock.
No,
where you're like,
absolutely.
Like,
what?
Gagged.
No, sometimes I'm gagged. I'm like,
you're like, oh,
I'm like, oh.
did you just say that?
Yeah, no. Sometimes I be gagged.
Goddamn rude. Like, okay.
No, sometimes I be gagged.
Yeah, collect yourself.
Yeah.
But you mentioned ballroom. And I feel like here in Finland, ballroom culture and ballroom in general is not spoken about enough. And I myself am a bit miseducated there. And because first of all, I be seeing your videos where you just be
Whoop.
and
Wow.
whooped and we went to Copenhagen at the same time. And I remember like you calling me on FaceTime and being like, girl, I broke my ankle. And then you showed me the video where she like I was like, Jesus Christ. So y'all just like breaking ankles and knees?
Absolutely.
But take me into like
Barroom.
because I feel like that is a part of you as well as like being a fashion icon.
So I'm just gonna say that if you're a ballroom girl, babe, nobody can hurt you.
Yeah.
Cause ballroom, they will put you through stuff. As in like it's another. So think about 10 gays, 20 gays, and 20 trans girls together in one room. If you think now I'm extra, think about how extra the room is gonna be. So think about the gays and the girls fighting. But the energy, because sometimes I need to also mentally prepare myself.
Yeah.
I need to mentally prepare myself to go to the ball. I was like, I'm gonna see so much gays, so much girls, and it's gonna be intense.
Is it intense in a way of like there is competition?
There's competition, there is drama, there is beef, there is tease, there's, oh, you don't like this? Because we have house. House means it's kind of like a team that you play for.
Okay.
Like, as I'm explaining.
Yeah.
There's a house of Balenciaga, Miyake Mugler, iconic house of Ninja, Gucci.
Are these all in Finland?
No.
Around
No. It's like houses that are just spread around. So I'm in a house of Ninja.
Yeah.
So House of Ninja was one of the first house that was born in New York, but there's Ninja all over the world.
Okay.
There's Ninja in Paris, there's Ninja in here, there's the same house name, but in different country. But when we come together, it's like a big group of people that have the same last name.
Family.
So the team and the family that we play for. But ballroom is basically LGBTQ space created by black and brown people underground in New York, where the girls just come and compete for a trophy. If you think you're that girl, go.
Now take me through a day of ballrooming and a day of like performing, because I'm intrigued, right? So I've seen.
But you never been to a ball, no?
Once
Where was this?
in Helsinki.
Which ball?
Girl, now I got Alzheimer. I got early on Alzheimer. I don't remember, but I remember Tyson.
It was that ball.
Yes.
Where Tyson was on the mic.
Yes.
It was the first ball that I walked.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was the first ball that I walked. Also, it was the first ball that,
Yes, because I remember, because obviously Tyson, he would MC.
MCing,
and he's MCing there and he's doing all stuff. And he, once in a while, will ask me. And I remember I was always like, I'm busy. And I snuck my ass in. I was like, okay, let me come see what this is. And not personally being a part of the community, it did make me feel a part of the, like the room was just so warm and there was like a different type of support. Like I feel like when you went and you were just like, you were just rooting for everyone. Like even though you had your favorite walking, you were like, and the music and it's just like the energy was so different. And it was a room of minorities where you in a way feel seen without necessarily being seen.
Absolutely.
So take me through a day of ballrooming. Of a ball.
Because I walk runway and I walk femme queen performance. So I'm also a dancer, basically. So
we know that's how you broke your ankle, girl.
So before I go walk the ball, that's gonna be a ball. And I always go through the theme. What's the theme about? Oh, this theme is about we need to dress up as schoolgirl, or Superman, or Sailor Moon. So if one day the categories say, okay, performance, Vogue Femme, Sailor Moon, I need to create an outfit to look like Sailor Moon to even walk that category. Because if I don't have the Sailor Moon look on, baby, one chop. One chop. They're going to be like, oh, no, chop.
Oh, so they're
next one.
Very like,
yeah.
Okay.
So it's either or. But it is stressful because now when I'm in a house where I'm representing something, or when you also go into the house, there's politics, as in like this house doesn't like us.
Yeah.
We have beef with this house. We have beef with that house. Or because the panel is also like, oh, we got different team players in the panel. Think about if you have kids, like you have your house mother and you have 3 kids and I have 2 kids. And if my kids is beefing with your kids, and if your kids is walking that category, I'm on the panel, I'm like, I'm going to stand for I'm going to shop that bitch. So I would not let her even... It's like pettiness and competition.
Is the beef
and
usually
politics.
personal, or is it just
sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's not. But like,
oh, child.
But that's
wow.
That's ballroom. But like that's like deep in it. But like if you come as a guest or come with a friend, you don't gotta worry about not all that. You're just gonna be like, oh yes, that's fun, fab. But like this is the insider, like the inside of it and like behind the scene of it, because we also make it look fab. Like, oh, I'm just gonna look fab.
You make it look very fab because we don't see the behind the scenes.
In my mind, I'm like, I need to take this bitch down.
Oh, wow.
When I'm competing, I need to take this bitch down. You get them first before they get you.
So is this show up or show out?
Absolutely. So who's going to get the grand prize, though?
You.
Clock that.
Seeing as how being in ballroom is a community where people are accepting, period. Nothing more, nothing less. They're accepting.
But people say it's a safe space, but it's not a safe space.
Necessarily. Do you feel like it's not a safe space?
Oh, baby, it's not a safe space.
Elaborate. Why?
Because why would there be beef?
Oh,
why
true.
would there be,
oh, true.
Why would we be... No, it's not a safe space. No, it's not.
But do you feel like it's not a safe space because of the personal beef, or do you feel like it's not a safe space because of like
I think
transphobia or homophobia?
I think we're just trying to be a safe space, but transphobia and homophobia still exist in ballroom.
Even there?
Still.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Even after years of like so-and-so progress?
Absolutely. It still exists there.
Okay.
It's either seen or not, but it's still there.
Let me rephrase my question then, because I didn't know that still in ballroom thinking, because I feel like it's, I don't want to say marketed, but it is shown as like, oh, safe space, da, 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 da.
Of course.
But like, of course, because that's what makes it look good and the image stays clean.
Yeah.
But how do you want, let's put it like this. We've talked about how people accept you and how people observe you and how people basically see you. How do you want to be seen and understood? What do you wish that people knew when they see Sasha or Sashafuckingrockstar? And let's just take away like the phobias of people. How do you wish that people like interacted with you, took you, and understood you?
I want people to treat me the way I treat other people. That's what I always think, because I live in this delusional mind of my little brain that if I'm nice, everybody's gonna be nice. No, baby, not. No,
not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So I feel like people have things that made up of me, of who I am, or heard stuff about who I am and have this and have that, but I'm just a little girl. No, to be honest, I have had people say to me like, oh, I think you look really mean, or you look really like
intense.
But like when I talk to you, you're like one of the nicest person. I'm like, yes, bitch, I am.
But that's just an observation of like, especially in the world we live in, people are going to judge you through social media, through those 1 to 3 minutes of interactions with you. So I feel like we all, as maybe, are you a people pleaser, or are you like a...
I used to be, not anymore.
You used to be, because it changes
right now I'm
you.
just like, bitch, fuck you. Like, just wrap it up.
Because it changes.
Like, get off my face, for real.
But being as a person, like when you treat people with kindness and wanting to receive it back, it tends to sometimes slap you in the face.
It has slapped me a lot of time, multiple times.
Did it slap you into reality?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, it put me...
You left the Lulu land because they said... Boop.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I didn't know people could do this to me. Or I'm like, oh.
Like, I didn't know that people could treat me this way.
Some stuff just surprises me. Yeah.
Obviously, it wouldn't be my podcast if I didn't gag you a little bit, but like, we don't been talking about how we want people to treat you normally, how to treat you, but how do you feel like, okay, obviously we're in Finland, so it's a bit leggero, but how do you feel like you're perceived in the romantic world?
As
in dating life and stuff like that? Take us through that. Because I feel like a lot of people are interested in like, okay, what does dating look like for Sasha? Because what I know of you is like, girl, you feel... Stop. Of what I know of you, you're very like outspoken, fierce, like da, 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 da. Like I feel like you have a magnetic energy of where people, You know
what people have told me?
What?
Something about you.
They just say there's something about you?
Because like some men would just come up to me and like, I'm like, so you know that I'm trans, right? They're like, yeah, like something about you.
But how does that conversation go, by the way? Because I've seen a lot and heard a lot of like, there is a risk of like how people are going to react. So are you outspoken immediately? Are you like, okay, listen, no,
absolutely not.
Okay.
So
Take
it's
me
like,
through it.
okay,
Take me
when
through
it comes to dating,
yeah.
If I'm on dating apps as in like Hinge or whatever stuff, if I put like I'm trans in my bio, like mention it somewhere, I can attract some kind of people who are chasing the trans girl or fetishizing the trans girl.
Yeah.
So I tend not to put it into my bio. If I get a match with someone or I have a loose chat, I would just la 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 la. And then when it goes a little further into it where we're gonna meet or do something, I'm like, by the way,
a little gag.
I am who I am. I don't know if you're cool with it, but if you're cool with it, just let me know. And I just exit the chat. Because I don't like the feeling of, like,
Yeah.
but sometimes people surprise me also. They're like, and what about it? And I'm like, oh.
And
Some people are like, okay, and I'm like, oh.
Do you disclose it before you see them just for safety reasons?
Of course.
Okay, girl.
Of
Because I
course.
got
No, I need to let them know before. Like, because
people crazy.
I don't want to get killed, baby. I don't want to get killed.
Not a laughing matter, but honestly, not because of safety reasons.
But then also in real life, where I'm outside, all out and about, hair laid, dress is late, skin is late, makeup is late. Like, when I'm outside, and like if I'm gonna give a little wine, it's like, it's also a question where I'm like, am I gonna like let them know before I give the little, or am I gonna like just do it and then dip?
Which one do you choose?
Both. I have done both. I'm sorry. But like, cause it was just at this time in Paris where this guy was behind me and he started kissing my neck, and I was whining and grinding. And I was like, wait, it's getting like intense.
Like you
it's
need to
getting
know.
really intense now. So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I need to tell you something. I was like, I'm trans, by the way. He looked at me. He was gagged. He was like, ah!
Have you had bad encounters? Obviously, probably.
Sometimes, but like they would just dip.
Yeah.
So this guy dipped. He came back, and we had a good night.
Oh, okay.
He was dancing all night together.
Nothing the more, nothing the less. Okay, good night. What is your dream man?
That is
Don't be saying
It's
Michael
like,
B. Jordan up in my studio.
A dream man.
Yes.
As in like a person or like a crush or like my dream man.
Personality wise.
I want them to be fun. I like a man when they're a bit sassy. I'm not gonna lie.
So you want them to match your energy?
No, but like, okay, I love a masculine man.
Yeah.
But it's like when they give a little sass, like, so what's tea? I'm like, this is the tea. I'm gonna tell you the tea. So it's like, kind of match my energy a bit, but like, be a man though. But like, have some personality and sass into it. Make yourself interesting. Because some guys that I've dated or talked to, their lack of personality, and I'm full of personality. So, okay, I understand. I need to balance it out. We need to balance it out. But like, match my energy. That's what I like. And also provide.
And also what?
Provide.
Oh, provide. Oh, I heard bro. I was like,
No.
I was like, bro.
I know, and I also like provide.
Okay.
Because I make money myself, so why are you not making money?
I've always said that, by the way. It's like you're a very outgoing, busy woman, businesswoman, and I make my own bag. That's like one of my. It's for me, like the provider culture talk is just like it gets in my head sometimes. Because then there's also people that have like unrealistic expectations. But I feel like if I feel like I can provide it for myself as well, I'm gonna need us to. We need to.
You understand?
You know,
meet in the middle.
Meet in the middle and be in the same level of providing, baby. But speaking of providing, going back a little bit to what you're doing at the moment.
But I was not done in the dating question.
Oh, girl. Oh, sorry, girl.
I was not done.
Oh, God. Oh.
But anywho, when it comes to dating, it can be really hard. But there's also, the underground culture of it.
Yeah.
The DLs and the trades and the tricks.
Not the traits and the
tricks. Tricks and the tricks that if you're the girl, you know what's tea with that. But I think it's a bigger community more than LGBTQ community. I'm just saying.
Which one?
The tricks, the traits, and the DL community is bigger than the LGBTQ community itself.
In like all over the world or just here? All over the world.
Yeah.
So y'all be having fun over there.
They're having fun and I'm having fun. But we both having fun. But I'm just saying.
Everybody's having fun. Okay, girl. I'm happy because we all know Sasha is you is wild girl.
Huh?
You is wild. I mean, I gotta take.
Sometimes I can be. Sometimes I can be. It's getting hot in here. It's getting real hot in here.
That water is really good, girl.
It's getting real hot.
It's got a little. Gotta go press powder and stuff. But yes, to the providing part of it all, right now, what do you feel like has been, besides Paris Fashion Week, one of your biggest milestones, and where do you see yourself in 5 years in your work career?
You know what? It's like a couple days ago. No, this podcast is recorded in perfect timing, in my opinion. Yes, because I've been to this, to that. I've been through. I did this. I did that. But then we put this in the middle of it. I'm like, okay, let me just sit down and actually do a recap.
Yeah.
But a couple days ago, when HUOM hit #1, I was so happy about it. And I felt so proud. As in like, because sometimes when you do work and you put your work out and you produce, you're used to the likes and the comments and people sees you and people you're resharing it. Sometimes you're just like, okay, it's just whatever. Like, it's just a new normal for me. But the music video hitting #1, the music hitting #1, and also I was the one starting the music video. And you know, when Spotify, they have the little, when you play the music, they have the video in the background.
Yeah, and you saw your style.
And I was just like, this is so big.
It is.
I didn't realize it was so big until I took a step back. I'm like, but 10 years old me would be like, gagging.
But I feel like that's the thing, right? And I just talked about it, I think, last episode, because I feel like that's the thing. When the more you work, the more work you put into it. And for me, it's like I'm fairly new in what I do, but I've always worked. So seeing the likes, the reshares, it gives you the same sense of feeling, but it makes you feel like you're in the same line. You're like, okay, this is just how it goes. Like, I'm gonna get, people support me, good, love them. But then you can easily miss those pivotal moments in your career.
But I think I've tried to kind of like look out more for it when the work is done. I'm like, okay, let me take a pause.
And
let me just take a pause, take a step. Because in my opinion, it was not the best styling I've done, because Jordan and Papa literally called me 2 days before the music video. Yo, Sasha, I believe in you.
Figure it out.
I believe you are one of the person that I believe in. So we have a music video shoot. And I'm like, fucking, because at the same week I was doing Emma Gala.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And before that I was in UAMCO dancing, popsing my pussy. And before that I was in Paris. So it was like after week after week after, I was like, I haven't rest. Even now I haven't rest. I had a 2 days music video shoot behind me. I haven't rest. Back to HUOM. Yeah, Jordan and Papa called me like, oh, we're going to have a music video.
Yeah.
Like, because we did Blockfest together. And it was like, I cannot hit nobody up but you. I believe you are the person we believe in.
Because they look good in Blockfest.
I was like, baby, I was like, okay, let me pull some. I pulled archives. I pulled many stuff. It was cute, but it was not one of the best because I didn't have time. And also Tuli. I had to steal some stuff, but it was cute.
Did you say steal?
No, seal. Like, I have to seal.
Steal
Some stuff.
And also, robbing for this?
And also, wait, what did I do before that? Yeah, it was one of my big proud moments.
But that's how it always goes, by the way. When you're like, this is not my best work, and it blows up.
Right.
That's how it always goes that way.
I could have done better, but
the thing is, when I watched the music video, I was like, oh, that's nice. Because like I feel like when you are a perfectionist and you do your own work, you're never gonna be 1,000% satisfied ever. So to you, you're like, oh, this is mid. But to us, we're like, oh, they looking clean, they looking nice.
Thank you.
And that's what people been streaming and what they've been seeing for weeks now. So I feel like this is a good moment to be like, Sasha, I'm proud. And do you feel like, because we talked about survival mode in the beginning of the podcast, do you feel like you're still in survival mode? And is it something that's still driving forever? Or do you feel like you can little by little start trusting yourself?
Some parts of me it's still there. Cause
do you know why?
Cause I got ops and I got people to prove like I'm still that bitch. Like no, cause like people I need to, cause I don't like when it comes to my work and me personally, I never come to social media and address stuff.
Yeah.
I just let my work speak for itself. Boom. 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 I never come out and address any stuff.
Yeah.
So I just put it in their face until you get tired of me. But you will never be, because I will always be there.
And you will always be styling and designing. So what's next? What is next for you? What is next for a career? What do you feel like you haven't? Well, there's a lot yet that needs to be accomplished.
Absolutely.
But do you have like obviously we believe in evil eye, so we ain't going to be saying everything. But do you have like a top thing that you're like, this is what I'm going to do next? Like, this is where you guys are going to see me. And I'm going to get the hell out of the Finnish market, by the way.
I will get out.
Oh, yeah.
I will get out of here. I low-key want to go back to school.
Okay.
Like university. I applied for university, some fashion university. I wish and I hope that it will happen for me this year, because it's my 3rd year applying. The girl been sick, and I'm sick and tired of working now.
Yeah.
I need a rest. So I want to go back to school, settle down, do my little 1-2 collection, put it out, and at some point just get the fuck out of here. Because there's so much out there. There's so much out there. Big stuff that you cannot even imagine of. Because I was in Paris. It was this last time, not the Haute Couture week, but this last Paris Fashion Week. And I was checking out my Airbnb, and I opened my Instagram. It was like, assistant needed. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go. I went there. The photographer is very well known. The model is very well known. And I was assisting this one stylist that is also well known. So life out there can change like this, and things move so fast. So fast. Today you can be Ibo. Tomorrow you can be Louis Vuitton next brand ambassador.
And I feel like it's just about growing your roots in one place.
Very much.
And then starting to spread the seeds everywhere. And I feel like that's what you've done and what we are blessed to witness and see you doing.
And also, I feel like really good skill to have when it comes to industry and this industry, and also working. We came from immigrants background. You know, the invoices, the taxes, the business side of stuff. These things, we were not taught about this
At all.
We need to, baby. I was like, what? Why do I have to deal with all this paper and taxes? And I was like, no, I don't know what to. You need to get educated on that. You need to, for you to be a businesswoman, babe, you need to put
you
hard
need to know
work.
how to build people.
People will pay. No. People would literally play with your money. They will play with your money. My money has been played with until I make the final, and me and my friend consulting my friend. So what should I do? I told that bitch, run me my money. The bitch ran the money. So don't play with my money ever. And I'm telling as a young, independent businesswoman working in this industry, you need to stand up for yourself, because people will play with your money and play in your face.
And they'll play with your knowledge. It's not
Very
necessarily the money. I feel like they will play with your knowledge.
And they will keep trying
question,
you.
Yeah, and they will question you.
you.
And the money is just like a side part of it that is easier to take, but they will undermine you because they think you're underminable.
Very much that.
Yeah.
And also when you're young, baby.
Naive. There's young and naive.
When you're young in this industry, people will play. Keep playing and playing. They will underestimate you. They will not believe in you. They will doubt you. until you show them that you're good enough for them to be respected.
As a last question, what is a piece of advice you would want to tell a person that is in your shoes 5 years ago? Or was you 5 years ago and is starting their transitioning and they're starting their journey and they're starting the self-trusting process and they're starting the building their confidence? What would be like the pivotal piece of advice or advices, because there's multiple, that you would want to give that person?
Never give up. Don't ever, ever, ever give up, even though you want to give up.
Yeah.
Because you never know when it's going to hit you. Like, your turn will come. Keep working, keep pushing. Your time and your turn will come. And when it comes, just be proud of yourself and take it in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, be prepared.
No, I think the time that you're waiting, why is he not coming? It's preparing yourself for that moment.
Yeah.
And also transitioning, now when I'm talking about transitioning, it's going to be a long journey. It's a long journey. It's going to be a hard one.
Do you feel like it's a lifelong journey?
It is a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has always been. I feel like it.
I don't know.
Because, it's going to be a lifelong journey. Because because I'm now kind of like 1 year in my transition.
Yeah.
I've changed so much. Looks-wise, emotion-wise, spiritually-wise, everything-wise. I've changed so much. Because if you wouldn't ask me pre-transition and now transition, same question, it would be different answers. Because now I also understand why women are the way women are, and why women act the way they act, and why men are the way they are, and why they act the way they act. Because I've lived both sides.
Yeah, like dabbled on both sides
19
a
years
bit. Yeah.
of being a man, but we don't go back there. But yeah, I understand deeply now why men are the way they are and women are the way they are. And it made me shift into another perspective of seeing life.
Did it make you shift into a certain type of femininity within yourself?
That too.
Yeah.
But I've always been feminine, but also like womanhood.
Yes.
And being feminine and women's, and it's another.
It's a long journey. That's why I'm saying it's like, because for me, I didn't know, like obviously transitioning is a lifelong journey. You're always going to have maybe like that little voice in the back of your head. But then when we talk about womanhood and being a woman, that's like till the grave.
Yeah.
You know, that's like until the end of the day. You're going to have to like.
Also like having transgender sisters and mothers and people who are like you around you. I think it's also really, really important having people that you know that represents what you are.
1000%.
And asking advices and asking all this stuff, because baby, I'm still young.
1000%.
Yeah, I'm still young and I need advices from older people that been through this before.
And there's so much like ahead, and there's so much that you like, not even that you don't know, we don't know. There's so much, and that's why I'm like, having that community for you, for any minority, is the backbone of your life.
Absolutely.
How do you feel now? Now that we filmed the episode.
It was fab.
Right?
I was just having a cute little chit chat.
I'm telling you, it wasn't
cute
that bad, because I feel like everybody's always so scared. You were very nervous. You were very nervous. But you did good. You did more than good. You actually did great.
Thank you.
And I thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I thank you for sharing your story and half of your story, because I feel like this is just, we're not even halfway through the book. Yeah. And like you said, it's the first interview. Who knows?
Ever.
I
never gave up. I gave out or gave up interviews. This is my first ever.
I mean, I have that effect on people. I tend to have that effect on people. A lot of people are like, oh, let me come. And I want to thank you also for the fact that you felt safe enough to tell me and my little podcast community your story.
Absolutely.
And this is not the first. This is not going to be the last time we see you. And I wish you all the best in your journey.
You too, baby.
But as for y'all, I'm going to see y'all next week. And I want to thank you guys for going through this first episode in English. Next week, we'll be back to finish. Don't worry.
Period.
But in these feelings and in this moment, girl. This was this week's Naisellista Podcast. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Mwah.
Bye. Mwah.